Alright, welcome back everyone. So before we get underway here, I have a story to tell you of what happened in between this video and the last one. So after the last video, I was starting to do the questing, and then I noticed in my guild chat someone said, hey, we're going to be doing islands to farm doubloons, we need a third. And I said, well, what difficulty? And they said, we're going to do mythic. And I went, I'd love to help, but my gear is kind of crap. And they were like, oh, don't worry about that. No worries. So I joined them. We did a few islands. It was kind of rough for me. It was the first time I had ever tried island expeditions on mythic difficulty. Remember, it requires you to have a group of 3 people in order to even queue for it. After a few, they were like, look, we're going to get you some better gear. So I took that as as a couple different ways. One, either they were like, yeah, he's kind of dragging this down. Let's give him some better gear to make this easier. Or they just wanted to help me out and get better gear because they saw that I wasn't entirely struggling, but I was not doing all that well. So we ended up getting a couple more people. They just did this on their own. They got a couple more people from the guild, and they took me to Mythic Siege of Borealis. And there was a quest going on where if you do 4 mythic dungeons in a week, you get a cache of like 430 gear or something like that, as well as some Azurite. So we did Mythic Siege of Borealis, and then I got a key for Mythic Plus 2 in Freehold. So we went there. They had me use that key. We did Mythic Plus 2, only Mythic Plus 2, Freehold twice in a row. And then we did just regular Mythic Freehold. That was the first time I had ever participated in a Mythic Plus dungeon. So it was kind of obviously it's only Mythic Plus 2, but still, it was my first ever Mythic Plus dungeon, it was kind of like, I'm finally getting to actually participate in something like this. I wasn't sure if I'd ever get to, because to me, that's like some of the high-level end game stuff that usually my characters are never involved in. Plus, that's not necessarily what I play, or do when I play this game. End game stuff over and over is not exactly something. I mean, for goodness sakes, I'm doing a playthrough of the story of this game, multiple playthroughs of the story of this game with multiple characters. So you can probably guess it's not exactly a big priority for me. But it was really nice and helpful that they were doing that. I want to give a shout to someone specific in the group who's one of the leaders of our guild, Panda Sillin, who was our Pandaran Mistweaver, who was doing an amazing job. I was taking a ton of damage, but the heals were amazing. So thank you for that. Of course, Mistweaver got some nice buffs in this patch, so I'm not surprised. But when we started the night, when we started doing those islands, I was at 348 item level. I'm now at 387. This is one of the things that's dragging me down. There's nothing at the auction house that is higher than a 310 leather headpiece, and I couldn't get anything. No headpieces dropped leather-wise. But I got up to 27, so 332. I got this, a 400 shoulder piece, which was really nice. As you can see, I need to level up my Heart of Azeroth to even get the other abilities for it. I also ended up getting this, though I think I just got this from the auction house. So I got a few pieces from us doing the dungeons, and then I went to the auction house to see if there was anything better that I could get. There was actually, this was only like a few thousand gold, which was like, a 400 item, level 400 at only a few thousand gold is just a big bargain, really. This dropped, you can see Mythic there, 400, so that's another Azurite armor piece that I can be able to get abilities as I level up my heart. This also dropped, you can see level Mythic 2, 405 wrist. Didn't get anything for hands. This came with that cache that I told you about from turning in that quest for doing the 4 mythic dungeons, a 430 waist. So that was pretty nice to get. Mythic 2, this also dropped a 405 legs and a 400 feet. I got this also from the auction house. This also dropped a 400 ring. I think there was a 310 ring here before, so And I also got this, from the Mythic 2, a 405 one-handed sword. So I jumped to a 387 by the end of the night from a 348. So that's obviously going to help going forward. Thank you so much to my guild mates in the guild Wipes on Trash. One of the best names for a guild I've ever heard. I think that whoever came up with that name was a genius. And thank you so much for your help last night. Really appreciate it. So then it made doing some of the questing a little easier, obviously. So let's go ahead and turn in some of these. As you can see, I have a ton to turn in. I didn't do these other ones yet because, well, those are ones I think that are worth showing off.
Bully!
You defeated the Revenant? Bully! Well done as always, my friend.
Have a capital time. You see those horses? Majestic.
Protection, yes. Can't put yourself in a dangerous situation without the proper protection. Ah, yes. These shells will help keep me well safeguarded. I can't read today, apparently.
All right. Well, goodbye.
It's gonna be a good
I will
day.
be here.
Tails are real lucky. I think this one will give my dad heaps of courage. I think I can feel the luck too. My dad will be so excited when he sees his favorite drink. Oh boy, he's gonna be pumped. Okay, I'll see you later.
I am in search of knowledge. What are you looking for?
With all that you've collected for me, I guess it's time to mount, isn't it? I haven't felt such nerves for 300 years. Would you mind assisting me in finding a suitable equine partner? I could not trust myself to make the decision alone.
So long for now. Before we begin, let me get prepared. Just a moment. Well, enough dawdling then. It is time to identify the perfect horse.
This is adorable. Just like Joma. Look at that, he's so cute!
Would you mind assisting in the inspection of these horses? Only the perfect horse will do.
Alright. Avalon.
I like this one. I think it's the prettiest. Dad?
This is not the horse for me, my son. Look at the shine in her eyes when her gaze falls upon me. She craves my shell as food.
I don't think horses eat turtles. Especially ones as big as you. Scout.
This one looks nice.
No, child. No, I cannot ride this one. He looks too bouncy. You look at his gait. My old bones could never handle such motion.
I think he's making excuses. He's too scared and nervous to really want to actually allow this to happen. Goldie.
What about this one, Dad?
No, Joma. This one will not do. It is too, fidgety. Yes, fidgety. I suspect it would spook at any abrupt movement.
Michelle, do you want to comment on this and tell him? Oh no, she's not fidgety at all. Hey, it's Eddie.
Do you have scurvy?
Look, Nixon, this is Magoo, my new horse. Isn't he great? I miss Hotshot. He was a good boy. He just got excited sometimes. I'm going to bond extra hard with Magoo so that I can tell when he's nervous. I want to be a really good equestrian, so I'm going to keep training with Melissa so that Magoo and I can be a great team. The best of the best.
Anchors away!
To what do I owe the pleasure?
I cannot thank you enough for saving Eddie. He's a good kid, and he'll shape up to be a good equestrian as well. I think we'll keep the riding to the estate for a while, though.
See to your affairs.
By the way, in case you see that stuff pop up, that's because today is the day that Nyalotha is basically available for people to start doing, so everyone's going to be setting up. In fact, I can even show you guys here. Look at all the groups for Nyalotha. Yeah, so. Alright. Ooh. How about this one? Maxwell. This looks like a beautiful horse.
All right, Dad, we've waited long enough. You have to get on this horse.
All right, child. I guess it is time. My friend, can you help me?
Dad says sometimes big people get scared. Do you get scared?
I've been to space. I've been to Argus. Trust me. If that couldn't scare me, nothing will. Plus, I saw things in Northrend that you couldn't even comprehend.
He's on! He's on! Oh, don't worry, Nixon. I'm sure he'll be fine. Thanks for all of your help.
Okay, but you're gonna come back, right?
Okay, Joma. Please guide me to the training grounds. I think it shall be
Oh, this is adorable.
learning the reins, if you will.
You got it, Dad! Hold on tight!
Okay. I think I can handle... No! Oh, I can't handle! Too fast! The beast is out of control! Don't let go! Don't let go! Don't let go! Wait! Joma? Joma! I'm doing it! Oh, this is quite freeing.
You're doing great!
Oh, gosh. Oh, man. That is wonderful. That is such a... it's just like... I mean, this is from personal experience talking. I'm sure this is what it was like for, you know, like my dad when he taught me how to ride a bike. Where basically Joma is getting to help his dad learn how to finally ride a horse for the first time, and, you know, he got scared, and now he's like, oh, this, you know, this feels great. Look at that. Oh, that's wonderful. So I was responding to that. I was asking about one of the dungeons that seems out of the way. I'm not sure if there's going to be an actual storyline quest to prompt to go there. So I'm figuring how I'm going to show that other dungeon to you guys at some point. All right, let's go ahead and get on Cooper and take care of this festival.
Ready, set, begin!
I wonder what the points that I have to get here are.
Zeppelin out! Zeppelin out!
Got the Zeppelin. I wonder how many points I'm supposed to get here. But how did I not hit that? There we go. Oh! Oh.
Zeppelin out!
Show's over. Do I just leave? I'm supposed to score 150 points. Alright, so after the Pride of Kul Tiras questline, I'll be able to show that dungeon. Alright, so I guess I didn't get enough points in the time limit, so that was my bad.
Set! Begin!
Oh. How am I missing those things? Wow, that is a very short time limit. You gotta get 150 points? My goodness.
Zeppelin out! Zeppelin out!
120 points.
Zeppelin out! I'm out of range.
Oh, I got it, yes.
Good show! Keep it up!
Whew. Right at the last second there. That was close.
Welcome to the Norwington Equestrian and Hunt Festival.
What a showing!
Please do return with more stories of your adventures.
Actually, let's go ahead and turn some of these in first. Before we do that one. There's also something else that's going on over here that I'm actually kind of prepared for.
Ahoy!
The hornet's dead. Good on ya, house cat. I'd like to not die to a bug.
Neither would I.
You actually did it. Tell me, how did they like it? Any of them give you the horns? Ha 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 ha. You got more on your shirt than you got in the bottles. I'd ask you to shower, but frankly, none of us have done that in weeks.
I'm not wearing a shirt.
Those are my tattoos.
Storm's coming.
My scars.
The waters.
Hey, Rolf, this kid is showing some promise. You got any work needs doing? You bet I do. Come here, kid. I got a job for you.
I'm a night elf. I'm an Illidari. I am not a kid.
Good day to you.
This is the kind of group I'd be like, you know what? No.
I'm out. Now that Taggart is done with your trials, you can start helping us with some of the work around here. Some of the nearby griffin nests have been overrun with sarlisk. I fear that the griffins will make new roosts elsewhere if we don't clear them out. Head up the road towards the waterfall and take out those sarlisks. Report to Sean when you're done. He's posted as a lookout there. Our work isn't only to capture and tame griffins, it's also to preserve them. Rescue any eggs remaining in nearby abandoned nests. Set them in one of the new nests that we have built for the displaced griffins. I'm sure one of the griffin females will adopt them.
Fair winds and following seas.
Alright, let's now head down here. Turn this in first, actually.
I have a duty to uphold.
Ah, you got the Sorok. Bilge rats should be out of here soon enough.
All right.
There's a treasure right here.
A treasure.
Oh, trust me, that's not going to be the only time I, you know, considering what happens in this little section here, I have something a little planned relating to pirates. Let me turn this in over here. This is a dangerous area, by the way. All these people have mind control squids on them. Yeah.
Bates gave everything he had for greater power. Shame it had to go that way. All we can do now is try to contain the threat.
This just respawned? Really? Nope. I'm out. Oh my gosh, these guys seriously gonna swim all the way over here and fight me. Stop. Go back. There we go. Alright. Let's go back over here. By the way, I want to point out something. I recognize another voice here.
The outriggers are prepared for anything.
Actually, I recognize two voices here. This guy sounds like the voice actor for Stetman from Wings of Liberty. And I'll get to him in just a second.
Well, throw me a hammer and call me Nancy. Thank you kindly, pal. This should be plenty. I'll get to work.
I await your return with
We're not
great
waiting for your blessing
anticipation.
any longer, Ferold. We've got monsters to kill. Let's go, Okri. The outriggers are waiting.
You know, maybe Rosalind is just very eager to do her job. Or just for the thrill of the hunt, maybe. Now this guy...
If you listen to the tides, you can learn much about the world.
How many of you have played Vampire? Yeah, that's the voice actor who voiced the main character that we play in Vampire. He also, if you saw the cinematic trailer for Diablo 4 at this past year's BlizzCon, is the guy who was like, "There is no light here. You came to the darkness, seeking knowledge. And all the knowledge you seek is here." That's him. I like this voice actor. I had my issues in terms of the gameplay when it came to Vampire, and especially with the save system. I pretty much rage quit that game because of the autosave only system. It frustrated me a lot. But I didn't have a problem with this voice actor. I thought he did a very good job as the main character. I can't remember the character's name. But, you know, it's the vampire that we play in Vampire. Even though at times in the story, there was like moments where it was like, huh? You know, but he never did a bad job in my opinion. I liked him.
Glorious. This should be plenty. Unfortunate, the tides still speak the same.
Oh, sea, provide relief to the sick and downtrodden of Angle Point Wharf. May we discover the source of the malady that plagues us.
Can you hear it now after hearing it, after I pointed it out? Can you hear the same character from Vampire? Yep.
Now that I have properly developed my tonic, it is of utmost importance that we dispense it amongst the ill at once. Please take this tankard and distribute the remedy to the sick. I will try to calm the rest. I am at a loss for ideas. The tides churn, and I can feel their pain as if it is my own. While I am out of ideas, perhaps the merchants in town may have seen something. They are always watching and gossiping, making them quite good sources of information.
The tides return, always. Be calm, children of the sea. We must put our faith in the waters to find a cure.
I will return to this area, but let's go back to Norwington Estate. I wanted to go back and finish Vampire, especially when I heard they added an easier difficulty, because of course the difficulty in that game when it first launched was was not friendly at all. Especially if you go the non-violent route, where it's like, hey, you don't want to kill people? Fine, the game will just be much more difficult for you. And I got to a certain point, and I beat a certain really tough boss, and I was leaving, and I encountered another tough enemy in the street. It killed me, and you know where it put me? Before the boss fight. I was so angry. I quit the game, and I deleted it from my console. I was so angry at how ridiculous the autosave system was designed in that game. I get the concept of, we want to make your decisions stick, where you can't go back and change your decisions, you have to live with your decisions. I get that. But that's for a certain niche of people who like that, and that should be optional. For those of us who like to make sure that I get the correct right choices, I was infuriated. But it also infuriated me that the autosave system would not have worked after you had beaten a difficult boss. How do you not have the autosave system save your game after you beat a boss? How many of us have beaten a boss, and then we save our game immediately so we don't have to do that boss fight again? Feel free to raise your hand on that. Now, I want to try out the easier difficulty they added, but they made a point of basically punishing people who do that by having a note saying, if you choose this easier difficulty, you won't get any of the trophies or things that you earn when you beat the game on this difficulty. So basically, you don't earn anything if you beat on that difficulty. And there was a lot of design choices I disagreed with and just did not like at all with Vampire. I don't dislike the game. I dislike the design choices on the developer's side. The story and the voice acting and such, I'm actually kind of fine with and okay with. But my goodness, the design when it came to the autosave system was one of the worst I've ever experienced. If you like it, that's fine. I get it. It's a preference thing, but oh my goodness. So let us ride Rose down to... Oh, hold on. The Trogs! They're attacking! Well.
Capital timing, my friend! We've got a Trog attack on our hands! Eat, drink, enjoy.
I don't believe I'm saying this, but Trogs are invading the estate. Trogs at my party? My grandfather pushed them back to that cleft years ago to build this estate. To think they would attack in such force after all these years. This is just what we needed to make this year's festival the greatest ever. Show us your heroism firsthand. Mount Cooper and defeat these Trogs. Drag them behind you, jab them with your harpoon, whatever it takes.
This is going to be the most exciting festival in years. Hop onto Cooper and show the Trogs what for. You will find him most useful in combat.
Good day, dear.
Kul Tiras won't go down without a fight. Take this horn. We use it in the mountains to warn each other of danger and lead the charge into battle. Use it to rally our allies against the Trogs.
Smooth sailing.
Okay.
I need to get closer.
How many of you guys feel like we're back at the Argent tournament grounds? Apparently, rallying 8 is enough.
8 people should be enough to handle these chogs.
Alright, 2 more.
What can I do for you?
Our people defend the estate with renewed vigor.
Look always to the sea.
A grand showing. You had me on the edge of my seat.
Have a... You've done it again, my friend. Well done.
Right, so that finished that portion.
Not only did you save my son, but also my festival. Folks will be talking about this one for years. Please enjoy the party. Ride, eat, drink. You, my
Many
friend, are
deals
my
for a
honored
friend of the
guest.
Grummels. Like you. May your feet find...
Sorry, Lord Norrington, Norwington, but I have some old gods to dispense of. However, I'll speak with you one more time.
Eat, drink, enjoy.
Now that the trogs have been taken care of, let's get on with the real show. You've more than proven yourself as a capable rider, ready to get back in the ring and go big?
Make yourself
Maybe later.
home. My estate is your estate.
Huh. Well, that's cute. But we have some more serious things that we gotta deal with. I think Lord Norwington is living very, what's the term here? You know how I commented earlier that the Kul Tiras seem to be... Oh, gosh. Very secluded.
My stomach hasn't felt good in days.
Something first.
Were those inside of me?
Yes, they were gut worms. Ugh.
I can't attack.
Oh gosh, ew, nasty.
Lord Admiral's favor, friend.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, Julian?
Smooth sailing.
I haven't received any fresh ingredients in days. How am I supposed to make my famous deep-fried Threshodon without fresh Threshodon fins?
That's all you have noticed? You haven't noticed any of these nauseated villagers? Oh, gosh. Oh, she vomited them. Oh. Oh, this is nasty.
Lord Admiral's
Hello, Ginger. Notice anything strange?
smooth sailing.
You know, I haven't seen that Storm Song kid in a few days. I wish they could put somebody more competent in charge of this place. But who am I to say? Oh, gosh. Here, have the toxin. Oh, gosh. Ugh. You don't want to know.
I can't attack that target.
What can I do for you?
Have you been receiving your shipments?
Safe passage to you.
I actually just received a shipment a few minutes ago. Do you want to take a look? Ah! Get this thing off me!
I can't attack that.
Oh, gosh. That's sad and unfortunate.
Tides guide you.
In all my days, I've never seen such an illness. We must find the source. In the name of the sea, did you see that? The people of Angel Point need me to stand tall, to not panic in the face of the unknown. I will admit to not being the best at this. Even now, the fish packers are handling the tainted product and preparing it for shipment. They are in great danger, and we cannot allow them to stay in harm's way. We must get them to safety. If one shipment was compromised, who knows how many of the others are? Nearby, the fish packers prepare shipments to be sent to the rest of Kul Tiras. We must check the rest of the shipments before this plague can spread.
May the sea carry you. I will move to scout further in town. Pray that the people there are safe.
Brains!
Too far away.
Well, that was a brain. That's a brain worm, so. I'm used to monster parts in the in the shipments, but living monsters, yeah, you can count me out. Again, these people have no idea. We have been dealing with stuff like this for a long time. Again, just think back to, I don't know, vanilla. Or BC. Or Wrath. The things that we saw in Wrath. Just think about the lore of some of the stuff in Noxramas alone.
Get closer.
These people have no idea how bad can get. We do. Really?
I can't attack that target.
What, did Alfred Hitchcock send you?
He's like, worms that eat faces? Oh, I'm out.
can't attack that.
Get out of here.
I'm out of range.
Silence.
I can't attack that target.
Another one.
I can't attack that.
Albie, what's going on? Where is Lord Stormsong?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you, Derald. It's a disaster.
If there is even a chance of harm to innocents, we must protect them at all costs. I am aghast. How could this happen right under our very noses? It is fortunate that we have found Albie. He's filled me in on the situation in the packing district. It's not good. The workers walk, yes, they work as if nothing is out of the ordinary, and yet they are controlled by parasites, mind stealers, that force them to do their bidding. It is they who contaminate the shipments. We must destroy as many of those mind stealers as you can. Free the minds of the possessed.
Never stray from the sea.
When the town fell, I got separated from my charge. Lord Stormsong is being held hostage in his own house. I should have been there to protect him. When you go in there, succeed where I failed. Bring him back safely. My boys have gotten in too deep. They've given in to whatever dark forces there are at work here. Do not hesitate to do what you need to put them down. They knew what they were signing up for when they picked the wrong side.
Back to me post.
So yeah, we go from the, oh, it's a festival at Normington's estate, to the kind of dark reality of what's going on here with Brother Thorold here. Yeah, it's bad here. And this guy's has to do, you can kind of see some of the carryover with what we were dealing with over in Stormsong Valley. Kind of some of the stuff that we were dealing with over here has basically kind of carried over here into Tirisgard Sound, down here at Angel Point. So we will be continuing this when we come back. Stay tuned.